Very good morning to all friends, and I hope yesterday was. I'm sure if whoever tried to trade or fight with the market would have lost money. In fact, right at the opening or beginning of the market, we could realize two things were happening. Now we mentioned the watch list to our subscribers and levels. We immediately realized by around 9:20 or 9:30 that the rollover has started. This is the a lot of course, a lot of reasons we had the charts, the data, everything. So we also mentioned please trade cautiously. Buy even if you enter the levels, buy two lots and compulsory trade stop loss. And we shall, in fact, sometime we also said let's avoid and or trade with only few points. One thing was very clear that the sell pressure was high, but bulls were holding somehow, and we will observe how it happened while we go through the charts and the data as well. So, and when we finally gave one hero zero trade, which we said about 24 we would add, but then we said around 12:30 let's add at 18 and we also told start booking partial and stop trailing the stop loss, which actually we just gave it gave us about maybe what 10 to 15 odd points. Not a really great day, of course. However, I think that was good enough for us instead of losing, money. So we avoided. Typically, we avoided trading. I'll also tell you the reason why we felt that in the charts as well. Uh, we'll look into that now. What actually was happening? One was very clear. The range had already been created. You see the charts. Uh, and go into the 5 minutes, so it will be much more clearer. This was the opening of the market. Here, the first candle. This was the first candle, I think. Uh, Multiple times it came into the this trend line or triangle or whatever you call it as, and it in fact once I think moved down below this and then again was stuck in the range only by around 12:30 where we uh, around 12:30 where we said add at 18 is where this good breakout happened and gave us some bit of profit. And of course, immediately there was a bounce back from our 44,520 levels. So these are all important levels which we have drawn. Tomorrow, in fact, if I'm thinking of going long, I would wait for 44,700, 2720 or 715 levels to decide to go long. Even if market opens will cap up, we will look, wait, observe and then trade. There's no hurry because even if you look at the option chain data, Bank Nifty of course has huge call writers and sorry, the Nifty, sorry, Bank Nifty, yes, let's look at Bank Nifty. There is huge call writing. Of course, there will always be a put writer. And the market always has balanced positions. They do whoever writes option in option chain, they equally hedge their positions. If they have bought, for example, if they have bought call here at 44,900, they would have written call of 45,000. So equal hedge positions will be always made by these players. As per the data, we can see 45,000. They are confident the market Bank Nifty will not move above this range, which can be very, of course, it's very far away, almost 400 points away. Uh, and the next writing is at 44,500, which is just about 120 odd points. So now it's a tight range. If price uh, moves below this 44,500, these writers who have written the puts will have to exit their positions, and they will adjust with, maybe they start writing on the call side, or they may write the next level of position. Generally they would write 44,300 or 44,400. So for tomorrow, I'm looking at 44,700. If this moves about above 200, then 230 plus can be seen, and 44,700 put above 250, then I think 290 levels can be seen. Uh, Again, tomorrow also the market is kind of stuck, can be stuck in this range. Uh, uh, but again, even if it opens a gap up, as I mentioned, I would wait and watch to see how this price behaves based on price action, and of course the data, and also the algo trades which I keep mentioning, where the big players trade. We will decide which side to go. Uh, Nifty also, I think the same. It is going to be stuck in this range. Now I can see some bit of upside possibilities up to for 19,700, and we would possibly think of going long only above 19,733 for targets of 19,790. Uh, but there is not a really great news. There is news of lawmakers gear up for shutdown. What is this news typically, which can affect U.S. economy? Uh, there are Congress and diplomats in US, where the fund is generally released by the Congress, or uh, so they are kind of not agreeing to, which can be very tough, because if the government does not have funds, then they will not be able to pay the salary. So this month, uh, uh, maybe by Saturday, it can be a very uh, negative kind of a thing if this can happen. And of course, partially it affects the global market also. So till then, yes, of course, we do have time for our market, but I'm just so people may avoid carrying positions uh, because the news doesn't look really great at the moment. What we can see, uh, other stocks, the stocks which you're looking at tomorrow, primary would be HCL Tech. HCL Tech, I am looking at the charts. Looks likely, of course, chances of upside. So I'm looking at 1264.5, or say, I would look at targets of 1270, and we will look at October series, 1260 call about 36.5 for targets of 40 plus. State Bank of India also, there is a big possibility that it can give a strong up move. If this 595 call moves above 16.15, then we may see targets of 70 plus. Reliance can also be a big move tomorrow. If what we can see is now I'm now it is almost kind of at the bottom. There is chances, of course, of recovery as well. However, still, if 2340 put moves above 45, then we may see 50 plus. We are also looking at UPN. If Now I'm slightly, both sides. I'm looking at futures. If it goes above 619, then we may pass it on 622. Also, there is a possibility that it may move up, not sustain, and then come down. So, UPL 620 put we will be watching. If it moves above 17, 17.6, then we may see 20 plus. So I have given shared both because both possibilities are there, of course, uh, for to move. And Bajaj Finance, if I see this trend line break, then and if I see that 7850 put moves above 200, then we may see to 30, 40 plus. However, if it cans this, if it sustains this trend line, it is actually really very bullish. That's one of the reasons why Nifty was hold. Then we may see 750 call if 255 plus, then we may see 300 plus. ITC also, I think tomorrow there is some upside rally possibility, and NTFC Live there is a bit of a possibility for the upside again. So I hope our views calls has been helpful. We would be making some videos on maybe some strategies where you could use it on your equity front. For the option chain, I mean, sorry, for F&O, it requires a data for different training or strategies. So, if anybody is keen to understand uh, how to trade or how to gain derive these levels, we would request to join our training, which we have learned through various gurus like Rudramurti, Vishal Kumar, and all that. So it's a combination of different strategies, ideas, thoughts, uh, and of course, understanding of price, which is the most important. People do ask me what is the best indicator, so can you teach me? Yes, we can. Why I'm telling this is because many come on YouTube and ask, or sometimes they come on WhatsApp and ask me. So we can do that. However, it requires a bit of patience, consistency in practice, observation of market, and all that. In fact, these stocks we were looking at, we had in our watch list. MGL gave a very good rally, but then we could not capture because we were slightly tied up. Emphasis also gave a good rally, and then Deepak Nitrate. Uh, Anyways, we shall look at these stocks for today, and then we would see how well we can capture the moves. So that's it for now. Thank you so much for sharing your views. I see a lot of people liking, giving likes, and which motivates us uh, definitely for sure. Thank you all. God bless you. Take care and